Hello guys, how are we all doing? Welcome back to yet another video, folks. Today we are predicting week 8 of the Premier League of Darts live in Berlin in Germany. 4 matches to look forward to. Jonny Clayton, who would have thought Jonny Clayton top of the table and Josh Rock bottom of the table as well, losing 7 consecutive games. A disastrous debut for the young Northern Irishman. And also we just like to talk about Mo Salah's departure, leaving for Liverpool as well. So first, before we get into the YouTube channel, please hit the subscribe button. Click on the notifications on, and it's free to do. So first up tomorrow night, starts at 6 o'clock. Josh Rock against Jonny Clayton. Josh Rock's wait for a Premier League win continues as he takes on the table topper Jonny Clayton in Berlin. Last week in Dublin saw Jonny Clayton losing his first opening round match of 2026 Premier League, although the Welshman still has a 3-point lead at the top of the table ahead of Berlin's action. It was Luke Humphries who ended the Ferret's perfect quarter-final record, and the former world champion would again defeat Clayton in the final of the Belgian Darts Open on the weekend. This is perhaps the perfect opponent for Clayton to get back to winning ways in the Premier League, though, as Josh Rock is cutting in disconsolate figure on his debut year in the competition. The Northern Irishman is the latest player to struggle in the weekly darts roadshow. He remains winless across the first 7 weeks, and he has averaged under 85 in each of their last 2 nights in the competition. Rock lost his only match in Belgium on Saturday, losing to Kim Huybrecht, and his confidence is low heading into Berlin. But we are there expecting a comfortable win for Jonny Clayton, and I'm going to go for Jonny to win 6-3. And then second match up, it's the battle of the former world champions in Berlin as Luke Humphries and Michael van Gerwen for the second time in the past week. Luke Humphries finds himself just inside the top 4 in the Premier League heading into night 8, although he will be disappointed the fact he has only reached one final across 7 weeks to date. However, the world number 2 is one and only players to boast the 3-figure tournament average alongside Luke Littler, and he recorded a confidence-boosting title win at the Belgian Darts Trophy over the weekend. On his way to that trophy, Coolhand defeated Michael van Gerwen in a comfortable fashion in Sunday's semi-final, and will no doubt be feeling more comfortable of the two ahead of this clash. MVG did show some flashes of brilliance in Belgium, but the inconsistency remains an issue for the former world number 1. And the Dutchman received a quarter-final bye in Dublin last week before losing narrowly to Littler, and he has lost his last 5 contested matches in the Premier League. The form book is very much on Humphries' side here. We are expecting an Englishman to progress to the last 4. I'm going for Humphries to win 6-4, 6-5. I'm going for 6-5 or 6-4. Wait, hold on.
Way up here, right at the edge.
Okay. Okay there. Okay, no. Skip that. Oh yeah, Humphries 6-4. So third match up, Luke Littler against Stephen Bunting. Luke Littler and Stephen Bunting meet at the quarter-final stage for the second week running in the 2026 Premier League. And after an suspicious start to the Premier League, Luke Littler has predictably burst into life, recently winning 2 of the last 3 events, including in Dublin last week. The world champion defeated Stephen Bunting in a high-quality quarter-final last Thursday. And in a quick of a fixture calculator, the pair faced off in the league last 8 once again this time round. For his own part, Bunting has started to pick up more points regularly in the competition, average over 104 in defeat to Littler in Dublin, and he has plenty of work to do if he is to threaten the top 4 position. Both players entered the Belgian Darts Open over the weekend, with Bunting losing his first match for Andy Barton and Littler his second, losing to Niels Onnevel, although the latter was far more impressive in his performance levels. Littler is playing with a lot of confidence at the moment. As a prolific maximum hitter in the competition, he looks likely to hit at least 4 180s in this contest. I'm going for Littler to win 6-3. And then last on, Gerwyn takes on less than 100% Gian van Veen in the last of the Belgian quarterfinals. Gerwyn was on receiving end of an extraordinary comeback from Littler in Dublin last week, with the Iceman leading 5-0 before seeing the world champion pip him to the post in the nightly final. It was in fact the 3rd week in succession that Price has lost to Littler in the Premier League, but the Welshman nevertheless occupies a relatively strong position in the table. Price chose to withdraw from the weekend's European Tour event in Belgium, as he did Van Veen, who is currently dealing on an ongoing health issue involving kidney stones, and that's forced him to miss last week's Premier League action. And at the time of writing, Van Veen, 6th in the table ahead of Thursday, is planning on competing in Berlin. And he has spoken about his lower energy levels, and he's quoted as saying that he's not where I want to be yet, but given these circumstances, it seems sensible to back Price to come through this match, assuming it if it goes ahead, but I'm going for Price to win 6-4. That's my predictions then for the Premier League Night 8 in Berlin. Leave all the comments below. We've got some big news coming out yesterday. That is Mo Salah, one of the greatest players of all time, leaving Liverpool. Leaving Liverpool as well. Leaving Liverpool. Mohamed Salah has announced he will leave Liverpool at the end of the season, thanking for the club for the best time of my life. Liverpool say an agreement has been reached with a legendary forward to end his remarkable 9-year stay at Anfield after this season, where he will become a free agent. But Salah's contract, which he signed only last April when we won the league, but will be cut by a short year after a difficult season. This season, of course, not the Salah but where he used to be, of course, like prolific goal scorer when he gets going. And he has seen him dropped and prolifically fall out with head coach Arne Slot. That was in last December when we drew against Leeds United 3-3 as well, and that was devastating. Liverpool's statement read, but Salah's expressed his wish to make this announcement to the supporters at the earliest possible opportunity to provide transparency about his future due to his respect and gratitude for them. But the Egyptian, one of Liverpool's greatest ever players, Mo Salah's one of the greatest players in Liverpool behind Steven Gerrard as well, and will have his Anfield farewell against Brentford on May the 24th on the final day of the Premier League season. Andy Robertson called Salah the greatest as he led to tributes, while another teammate, Cody Gakpo, described him as a true legend of the game. And Salah was signing from Roman for 34 million in the summer of 2017, and he will leave as Liverpool's third highest goal scorer, having won the Premier League, the Champions League, the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup. Salah has lifted 7 major trophies as a Liverpool player, can add more silverware before he departs, with plenty still to fight for this season. The reigning Premier League champions are in the Champions League quarter-finals against holders PSG and face Manchester City in the FA Cup last day. Liverpool are also fighting to get back in the Champions League next season. Arne Slot's side are 5th in the Premier League, which is expected to be enough to qualify, and have 7 games to play. And Salah's urgent to be to probably go to Saudi Arabia next season. And thanks for support, Mo Salah. All the best for the future. And as a Liverpool fan for me, I'll miss him so much. But that's my video though, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Peace out.